out. Looking good. Metal's a little dark, but that's what you get when you use Evaporust. But otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. One of these is a little rough. Like, yeah, you can see some spots in this one that's it's seen as better days. But the other ones aren't too bad. This one cleaned up pretty nicely. The gears on the back of the chuck jaws look pretty good. The fronts look great. These are the reason they have bolts on them is they have an actual chuck jaw piece that bolts on that's over there that I'll go get later. But yeah, the spur gear looks good, front and back. Let me flip this over for you. Oh. The coil here, the gear here looks great. Inside of this, you guys remember how nasty this was, all rusty in here. It doesn't look too bad. It all cleaned out pretty well. That looks good. On the front, oh, this thing's heavy. On the front, you can now see where the numbers there. So they're numbered where your gears go back in. And then this one also looks pretty good. The rust isn't too bad in here. The pitting isn't bad around. And there's only one spot right there that's really bad. So what we're gonna do off camera, I'm gonna put this back together, grease everything up, and we'll see how it works. All right. Oh my God, and just like that, it's all back together. It's timed correctly. You can see the corners are meeting up perfectly. The serial number and everything's still intact pretty well. The finish isn't bad. You can see where I put, this was really, really caked up. We couldn't even see who made this or anything about it. So you can see that I put some gel rust stuff. It was like Rust-Oleum rust remover, which is an acid. You can see where it discolored the metal. But once we get this into the lathe itself onto it, you can get it spinning up to speed. We'll probably take these back out, get it spinning up to speed, and run a Scotch-Brite against the whole thing. Get it nice and clean, nice and bright, oil it up, and it's going to last probably another 60 or 70 years. This thing is awesome. I'm so excited that it works. But we'll show you. The tool handle that came with it fits right in. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Open and close. Super easy. I used about a half a tub of grease. You can see I greased the crap out of it, which is perfect. I don't want any of those internals getting messed up, so I greased it like crazy. Last but not least, we got the vice jaws that'll have to go on at some point. This is a removable, this one has removable vice jaws, so they sit in there like that, or you can flip them around and put them in like that. And I got the bolts and everything down there in the pile of other crap. But it's looking really, really good. I'm so excited. It's almost ready to go on the lathe. Tomorrow, what we're gonna do, the bolts, let's see if I still have them somewhere. These shit bags that were next to impossible to take out because they're a freaking flathead are going bye-bye. These are going the way of the dodo. We're junking those. We're replacing with these. These are stainless steel. These are really nice. 3/8 16 is the thread pitch on these. I pretty much matched up the size. They had them at Home Depot. They're pretty close in size. This one obviously has the neck up here, but that's not gonna matter. Oh, I lost it. But let me pick this up. Oh, will go perfectly in here. And you can see we're going to be using a, let's see, what size is it? A 5/16 hex drive. So for the next sap, which will probably be me, that takes this apart and tries to clean it again, maybe my grandkids, hey grandkids, if you see this 60 or 70 years from now, and you decide to clean this lathe, clean either the lathe or the chuck, here's how it is. Look at that. Tighten it up. They fit in perfectly, and they're stainless. They're not going to rot. And look at that. You can see the seam even pushes the grease out perfect. So, we got a lathe. We got a chuck. Almost done. We're going to cut here. I will get it on the actual lathe tomorrow, get it spinning up to speed, see how it does. Put those back on. Bolts are down there, so I'm going to have to find those bolts in there. Bolt it back on. Call it done. We're ready to start making shit. Well, almost ready to start making chips with the 3-jaw. We do need some new cutting bits. As you can see, the lathe came with this cutting piece, high-speed steel, and it's chowdered right to hell. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is buying some carbide, some insert tooling, but we'll figure that out next. Stay tuned, we're gonna see how this looks on the lathe. Check it out, check it out. We got it all together. Everything's working. Ended up taking a Scotch-Brite to it, so we took the chuck jaws out completely, spun it up to speed, got a Scotch-Brite on it, cleaned it up, and then I think I took 800 grit sandpaper to it, cleaned it, and now it's been oiled and greased. Looking good, looking good. Check on the back, we got brand new bolts in there. And I'll show you guys, let me tighten it down so we can get it up to speed. Also cleaned the tool handle since it was kind of gross looking. So tighten, tighten, tighten. Oh, it takes forever. Oh man, come on. Okay, good enough. We won't spin it too fast. Let's turn it to, I think it's on the slowest gearing right now. So we're going to put it in forward and on. There we go. Yeah, it's not gonna throw itself out of whack that way. So there you go. Geared down as slow as possible, which is fine for now. But big thing, it works and it looks great, and the jaws meet up perfectly. It's awesome. I'm so excited to have a nice 3-jaw. I guess the next project will be that massive 4-jaw down there, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. So anyways, there it is, guys, the completion of this project. It's done, it's ready to use. It was awesome. It was a hell of a pain in the ass, like all my projects, but I'll turn this off. Massive, massive pain in the ass, but it looks so awesome now. There's your markings and the serial. But yeah, everything looks great. So, next project, I'm saying this now. When I put this on, I found one problem. There's the old threaded bit for the spindle nose. I'm sorry, there's the one that came on the chuck. There's the one that came on the lathe. And somebody drilled it out for the 4-jaw that's down below and drilled through the side of it. Problem is now, I'm realizing it doesn't want to come off. It is welded in, well, not literally welded, but it is so corroded in place that I can't get it off. So that's my next project, trying to figure out how to get that thing off, put the nice clean one on, go from there, and then restore this old one. But I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm gonna have to think on it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And if you guys want to see me beating on this tool, trying to get, beating on my tool, that's right, trying to get it off the lathe, let me know. I'll make a video of that, and it will be on YouTube friendly, let's say. But that's it. So there you go. Final completion of this one particular thing. It's perfect. So if you guys want to see more of this kind of random content, this machinery content, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. I don't think anybody actually does that, but if you feel like it, you can. Otherwise, hopefully we can start growing this channel somehow passively with making good content. So that's it, guys. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one.